Some walls are built to keep people in. Others are built to keep the truth out. Tonight, that last number changes. Cell Block D, 11:47 p.m. 13 minutes before the world shifts. Mara Vance, convicted of a crime she did not commit, serving a sentence that was not hers. 3 years ago, she had been a structural engineer, the best in the city. She had been framed by the very people who built this prison. She had spent 3 years turning a flaw into a door. She would not go alone, not by choice. Zephyr Okafor, petty thief, accidental genius, the most dangerous kind of person, one with nothing to lose. He had something Mara needed: a memory like a camera and access to Cell Block C. Warden Dako Osei had run Ironveil for 11 years and never lost a prisoner. He was not cruel, he was worse than cruel. He was certain. He suspected something, he just didn't know what. But there was a second enemy, one Mara hadn't planned for. Director Constance Hale, the architect of the frame, the reason Mara was here. Hale had been informed someone inside was trying to expose the truth. She had come to end it. Midnight, 24 hours before Hale's review, Mara accelerated the timeline. Step 2, the water system. Step 3, the guard blind spot. Step 4, Zephyr's magic trick. Meanwhile, Dako was getting closer. Mara didn't know the warden was reading the same map she was. 3 a.m., the first real test. The files were proof. Ironveil had been built using skimmed funds from a federal infrastructure program, Hale's program. 6 hours to go. Step 5, allies. Mara had been in Ironveil for 22 years, and she knew every guard on first-name terms. Step 6, the distraction. Every guard from East Block rushed to the cafeteria, including the one watching Camera 4. Mara louved. Together they reached the sub-basement access panel, exactly where Mara's schematics said it would be. Dako found the maintenance report, and then he ran. 18 seconds ahead of schedule, Mara always built in a margin. The tunnels were exactly as she remembered. She had built them. Above them, Dako arrived at the empty maintenance alcove. Hale was listening. Below ground, Mara and Zephyr had 6 minutes of lead time, or so they thought. Zephyr's disruptor died. Camera 4 came back online. Red emergency lights flooded Ironveil. Dako dropped into the sub-basement himself. He didn't wait for backup. Mara reached the first locked junction, the one she'd planned for. 12 seconds. She had planned for 10. She was slowing. 2 minutes ahead. Dako was gaining. Mara made a decision. Dako followed the louder footsteps. He followed Mara. He caught her exactly where he wanted him to. She had something in her hand, not a weapon, evidence. Dako had run Ironveil 11 years on the belief it was just, and now a crack. He had 8 seconds to make a decision, 11 years in the making. Above ground, Hale moved toward the coastal hatch with an extraction team. Zephyr reached the coastal hatch. He looked up the cliff and understood immediately. He called out to them, loud and clear. He held up a small recording device, the kind salvaged from a broken prison phone. He was bluffing, but only about the upload. The recording was absolutely real. Back in the tunnel, Dako made his decision. 11 years of certainty dissolved in 30 seconds of truth. Hale received a call from a journalist. Zephyr had found the one bar of mobile signal at the hatch 20 minutes earlier. He had uploaded everything then. The bluff was about the recording. Mara emerged from the access shaft. Cold air, stars, the sound of the ocean. Zephyr was waiting, still holding the recorder, still grinning. Hale's extraction team stood down. The footage was already on 3 news networks. Dako walked back through Ironveil, differently than he had walked it ever before. 6 weeks later, a federal courthouse. Zephyr received a full pardon. He immediately enrolled in engineering school. Dako resigned, then was reappointed by the incoming oversight committee unanimously. And somewhere, a journalist published the full story, with documents, names, amounts, all of it. The last wall fell, not with a crash, with a printed page.